One.
Cardiff, it is now time to meet your top competitors here on the 2025 through 2026 International Tours. Coming out to the track first, your 2025 World Finals High Jump Champion out of Houston, Texas. This is Colt in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Coming out to the track next, out of Gothenburg, Sweden, representing 25 years of the Crazy Bull. This is Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. Coming out to the track last, your 2024 International Tour champion, representing the Black and Green Wrecking Machine. This is Charlie Pauken and Gravedigger. Cardiff, get loud because this is Monster Jam. Monster Jam fans, it is now time for our first competition here of the afternoon, the JCB Racing Competition. All 8 of our drivers have been seeded into the bracket based off the results from our last event in Helsinki, Finland. All 8 of our drivers will be competing head-to-head in a one-on-one elimination tournament, where the winner of each race will advance on to the next round, culminating in the final round race on the road to Monster Jam World Finals 27 in Salt Lake City, Utah. So, Cardiff, get loud if you're ready for the JCB Racing Competition. First up, out of San Diego, California, representing all of the hardworking men and women, this is Brandon Arthur and Earthshaker. Versus the other lane out of Houston, Texas, representing and coming straight out of the dog pound, this is Colt Stevens and Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Who will get the win and advance on to the semifinals? Let's find out. Here we go. On marks it go. Colt Stevens will go over onto his lid, and your winner is going to be Brandon Arthur in Earthshaker. Next up, representing the Apex Predator, this is Geneva Keller in ThunderROARus. Versus in the other lane, representing a 12,000-pound unicorn with a bold attitude, this is Chelsea Vancleave in Sparkle Smash. Who will get the win and advance on into the semifinals? Let's find out. Here we go. On your marks, they go. Chelsea Vancleave rolls over, going across the finish line. She will get the win, however, and take down Geneva Keller and ThunderROARus. But now the question is, can Chelsea Vancleave come back for the next round? As we're going to take that truck back to the pit area and get it looked at, and hopefully the truck will be ready and fixed up and ready to go for for the semifinals here in our JCB Racing competition. Next up out of Gothenburg, Sweden, representing 25 years of the Crazy Bull, this is Peter Nyman in El Toro Loco. Versus the other lane, out of Orlando, Florida, representing the Zombie Nation, this is Joe Dennis in Zombie, who will get the win and advance on into the semifinals. Let's find out. Here we go. On marks to go. Joe Dennis almost rolling over, but gets the save. Thankfully, he didn't roll over like how he did in practice yesterday. But your winner is going to be Peter Nyman in El Toro Loco. Next up, representing the black and green wrecking machine, this is Charlie Pauken in Gravedigger. Versus in the other lane, out of Hagerstown, Maryland, this is Michael Vaters Jr. in Megalodon. This is the final race here in round 1. Who will get the win and advance on into the semifinals? Let's find out. Here we go. On your marks to go. My goodness, both trucks alive. Going across the finish line. As Gravedigger crossed it first, he bounced back. Hits Megalodon. That was a hard hit for Gravedigger there on the cage and on the roof, so that will definitely be hard for him to maybe come back. We'll have to see. And I think we are getting word that Charlie is luckily okay, and he gets the win as Megalodon here gets a DNF for his tires barely crossing the line, but wow, what a race right there. Mossjan fans, that was a crazy race. Gravedigger went into the other lane a little bit. The official is still under reviewing. We're still trying to figure out a decision here. Both Gravedigger and Megalodon, that was a hard hit on both trucks. They're both in the back getting looked at, so there's a possibility that neither one of them may be able to come back, and we have to bring back somebody from round 1, such as maybe either Joe Dennis or Geneva Keller to come back and race in the semis to go up against Peter Nyman. But fans, let's go ahead and just get our semifinals here in this afternoon's JCB Racing competition started. First up, we have Brandon Arthur and Earthshaker versus Chelsea Vancleave in Sparkle Smash. Who will get the win and advance on to the final round? Let's find out. Here we go. On your marks to go. Close race, Chelsea Vancleave rolls the truck over again. Your winner is going to be Brandon Arthur in Earthshaker. Alright, next up, we have who will go to the final round to face off against Brandon Arthur and Earthshaker. Will it be Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco, or will it be Michael Vaters Jr. in Megalodon? Michael Vaters Jr. getting the chance to come back after Gravedigger could not get fixed on time. Who will get the win and advance on to the final round to face off against Brandon Arthur and Earthshaker? Let's find out. Here we go. On your marks to go. Michael Vaters Jr. got getting stuck right there. He rolls the truck again. Another crash, and Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco will get the win and advance on to the final round. Monster Jam fans, we made it to the final round here in this afternoon's Monster Jam event. We started off the afternoon with 8 of the fastest Monster Jam competitors, and we're now down to the fastest 2. So, Cardiff, get loud and make some noise if you're ready to meet our final round contenders. First up, representing out of Gothenburg, Sweden, representing 25 years of the Crazy Bull, this is Peter Nyman in El Toro Loco. First down the lane, out of San Diego, California, representing all the hardworking men and women, this is Brandon Arthur in Earthshaker. Can Brandon Arthur walk away with another JCB Racing Competition win, or can Peter Nyman stop him? Let's find out, and let's go racing. And your winner is gonna be Brandon Arthur in Earthshaker. Awesome job for Brandon Arthur on getting this JCB Racing Competition win. Brandon Arthur, this man just cannot be stopped in this competition. He's got another win, as this man just cannot be defeated. He's just so fast, so freaking fast, and he's just super fast, super consistent. Doesn't matter what kind of a track we throw him on. Doesn't matter if we're in a small arena, Chicago style, St. Louis style, whatever style that we see our 2025 Stadium East style. It doesn't matter. He just knows how to be fast, and he just prides himself in racing. And last year, he kind of struggled a bit in this competition, and even earlier on this year. But now he's really just found his groove and his momentum, and he just cannot be stopped. He's not lost a race yet ever since he's been driving this Earthshaker truck, and he's going to keep that win streak going. So awesome job for Brandon Arthur and Earthshaker on bringing home yet another JCB Racing Competition win and the first 8 points towards this afternoon's VKT Overall Event Championship. So Cardiff, get out and make some noise one last time. Once again, fans, it's time for our second competition here of the afternoon, the Skills Challenge. All 8 of our drivers are going to come out here and either get one opportunity to try to do their best maneuver on 2 wheels, or one opportunity at a donut. 2 maneuvers you may see these drivers out here on this track are stoppies, moonwalks, poppers, sky wheelies, slap wheelies, bicycles, or maybe even a combination of these moves. So, Cardiff, get loud if you're ready for the Skills Challenge. First up, out of Houston, Texas, your 2025 World Finals High Jump Champion, this is Colt Stevens in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Nice there, down. Bicycle almost like tried to get into the moonwalk, but it just didn't work out. Then a bicycle laid across the track, and that's going to be the end of the run. Here for Colt Stevens in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Short score for Colt Stevens in Monster Mutt Dalmatian is going to be 7.642. That's going to get up for first place. You're going to kick things off in the Skills Challenge. And will be Colt Stevens in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Next up, representing the Apex Predator, this is Geneva Keller in ThunderROARus. Nicer stoppy moonwalk combo. Nicer moon. She's moonwalking her up the ramp here, walking it down, setting it back down to all 4 PKT tires, and that's going to be the end of the run. Here for Geneva Keller in ThunderROARus. Score for Geneva Keller in ThunderROARus is going to be a 7.770. Going to get up for first place. Your brand new leader is going to be Geneva Keller in ThunderROARus. Next up, out of Orlando, Florida, representing the Zombie Nation, this is Joe Dennis in Zombie. Cardiff, get the zombie arms going for Joe Dennis. Nice, they're doing the tombstone off of the Morgan and Morgan backflip ramp.
Joe Dennis has improved a lot in his moonwalks this year as he's walking out a good one. Nice, they're setting it back down on 12 for DKT Tires. And that's going to be the end of the run here for Joe Dennis in Zombie. Cardiff, get those zombie arms going for Joe Dennis.
Your score for Joe Dennis in Zombie is going to be 8.114. That is going to be good enough for first place. Your brand new leader is going to be Joe Dennis in Zombie. Next up, representing the black and green wrecking machine, this is Charlie Pauken in Gravedigger. Next, there's gonna bicycle it across the track, and that's gonna be the end of the run here for Charlie Pauken in Gravedigger. Your score for Charlie Pauken in Gravedigger is going to be a 7.823. That's going to be good enough for second place. Your leader is going to remain to be Joe Dennis in Zombie. Next up, representing a 12,000-pound unicorn with a bold attitude, this is Chelsea Vancleave in Sparkle Smash. As they're moonwalking up the ramp, moonwalking it down. As they're kind of getting a little trippy there, but she gets it back down 12 for DKT Tires, and that's we get the run here for Chelsea Vancleave in Sparkle Smash. For Chelsea Vancleave in Sparkle Smash, it's going to be 7.645. Going to get up for fourth place. Your leader is still going to remain to be Joe Dennis in Zombie. Next up out of Hagerstown, Maryland, this is Michael Vaters Jr. in Megalodon. Nicer bicycle on the moonwalk here for Mikey Vaters Jr. Almost doing a slap moonwalk there in the air. But he's bouncing him right now. This feels very clean, like this something we've seen out of like Tyler Menninger or Ryan Anderson. This is an awesome bicycle moonwalk right here out of Mikey Vaters Jr. as he is twisting the back to DKT Tires. He's gonna do the crab walk we've seen him do iconically for so many years. Kids have been aggressive there, Vancleave. He's trying to twist those tires again with this. Sadly slips and the truck goes back down on all four BKT Tires. Great move, but not exactly what he wanted. But still, great move nonetheless from Michael Vaters Jr. in Megalodon. The score for Michael Vaters Jr. in Megalodon is going to be an 8.227. That is going to be good enough for first place. Your brand new leader is going to be Michael Vaters Jr. in Megalodon. Next up, out of Gothenburg, Sweden, representing 25 years of the Crazy Bull, this is Nyman in Toro, Loco. Nice there, Nyman with the slap moonwalk.
as he combos it back into a wheelie and just rests it there on the wheelie bar. Twisting the front two BKT tires, comboing it back down into a moonwalk. And he's gonna set it down, and that's gonna be the end of the run here for Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco.
Your score for Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco is gonna be an 8.446. That is gonna be good enough for first place. Your brand new leader is gonna be Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. Next up, or as I should say, coming out last, out of San Diego, California, representing for all the hard-working men and women, this is Brandon Arthur in Earthshaker.
Nicer, cleanly comboing it back into the wheelie. Nicer, comboing it back into the moonwalk. Four-piece combination move, comboing it there into the wheelie, setting it back down onto all four BKT tires. And that's going to be the end of the run for Brandon Arthur in Earthshaker. Your score for Brandon Arthur in Earthshaker is going to be an 8.333. That is going to be good enough for second place, which means your Skills Challenge winner is going to be none other than Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. Awesome job for Peter Nyman, picking up a skills win. This is the first time we've seen him win this competition all year, or maybe this could also be his first time in his whole career we've seen him win this competition. So just great job for Peter Nyman. I mean, that was a really close for the judgment there for the win. You know, Michael Bowers Jr. laid down a great run, and so did both Peter and Brandon. Those three really all had great runs. But Peter is just gonna get the win here. He goes from the front to the guitar doing that moonwalk. He goes for a slap moonwalk. That's something I don't think we've ever seen him do. He just randomly pulls that out, comes it back and wheelie, rests it on the wheelie bar for a few moments, and he comes it back down into the moonwalk, walks that moonwalk across the track, sets it back down to all four BKT tires, and that's just an awesome move right there. You know, you only had a three-piece combination move compared to what Brandon Arthur did. And, you know, he only had 3 transitions from the front to the back tires compared to Brandon Arthur made, where he had 4. But I guess the judges really love that slap moonwalk. That takes a lot of skill to do. And nobody else did that here this afternoon. So Peter Nyman's creativity with that move and showing off that skill is going to get him the win and the next 8 points towards this afternoon's BKT overall event championship. So, Cardiff, get out and make some noise one last time for your Skills Challenge winner, Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. Monster Jam fans, it is now halftime, so go get up, stretch, head on out to the concourse, and we'll be back out here in half an hour for our final competition of the afternoon. It's come for you, the fans, to help open up our final competition of the afternoon. I need everyone here to take out those cell phones and turn on that flashlight. And we're going to move these flashlights on our phones up and down with the beat of the music. So let's get started. Here we go. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Keep it going, Cardiff. Follow the beat. We reached the pinnacle of this afternoon's Monster Jam event. It's time for the Monster Jam Freestyle Competition.
Coming out first out of Orlando, Florida, representing the Zombie Nation, this is Joe Dennis in Zombie.
He always drives that 2 minutes to tear it up on the tracks. Let's see what Joe Dennis can do with those 2 minutes. Big cross thread there for Joe Dennis. 30 seconds are left. Looks like he's just the end lap for a tombstone mid-run. Setting it back down onto all 4 BKT tires. Great save right there, and that's going to be the end of the run for Joe Dennis and Zombie. Cardiff, get those zombie arms going for Joe Dennis. Score for Joe Dennis and Zombie. Give me 8.412. That's going to be good enough for first place. Your leader to kick things off here in the freestyle competition will be Joe Dennis in Zombie. Next up, out of Houston, Texas, your 2025 World Finals High Jump Champion. This is Colt Stevens in Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Colt's very familiar with this track. He freestyled on it all year last year in 2025. Just some maybe slight changes here today, but Colt is ready to tear it up. The Dalmatian chassis is a bit harder for freestyle due to the tail, but Colt's ready to burn it down and go full send for you guys. Morgan backflip. He's gonna get the save. 30 seconds are left. That's
going to be the end of the run here for Colt Stevens in Munster Mutt Dalmatian. Your score for Colt Stevens in Munster Mutt Dalmatian is going to be 8.488. It's going to be getting up for first place. Your brand new leader is going to be Colt Stevens in Munster Mutt Dalmatian. Next up, out of Hagerstown, Maryland, this is Michael Vaters Jr. in Megalodon. This Megalodon truck's been through quite a beating in this event. Let's see what Michael Vaters Jr. can do here in freestyle. Seconds are left here for Michael Vaters Jr. Megalodon. He's laying down a great run so far. Michael Vaters Jr. struggled in freestyle driving this truck. It looks like he's laying down a heck of a run here today. One of his best so far in Megalodon. Is looking for a second freestyle win here on the season. Line up there, Morgan, and Morgan backflip, and he's gonna nail it. And that's gonna be the end of the run here for Michael Vaters Jr. in Megalodon. Your score for Michael Vaters Jr. in Megalodon is going to be an 8.684. That's going to be good enough for first place. Your brand new leader is going to be Michael Vaters Jr. in Megalodon. Next up, representing the Apex Predator, this is Geneva Keller in ThunderROARus. Having to start off the run with a save. Geneva Keller's second stadium event. Let's see how she can do. It's only her 5th ever Monster Jam event as well. And so let's see how she can do. And she's already having a good run so far. Geneva's laying down a solid and clean run right now. She needs to get a few more. She can get some bigger hits in there. She's got a shot trying to take that lead away. Seconds are left here for Geneva Keller and ThunderROARus. 30 And that's going to be the end of the run for Geneva, Keller, and ThunderROARus. Great run right now out of Geneva, Keller. First score for Geneva, Keller, and ThunderROARus is going to be 8.229. Only going to be good enough for 4th place. Your leader is still going to remain the Michael Vaters Jr. in Megalodon. Next up, out of Gothenburg, Sweden, representing 25 years of the Crazy Bull, this is Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. Peter's laying down a great run right now as he lines up the Morgan and Morgan backflip, over rotates and gets a consecutive. Seconds are left here for Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. 'They're done at the end of time, and that's going to be the end of the run for Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. Score for Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco is going to be an 8.947. That's to get up for first place. Your brand new leader is going to be Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. Next up, out of San Diego, California, representing for all the hardworking men and women, this is Brandon Arthur and Earthshaker. Brandon Arthur in the hunt right now for an overall event championship. Currently is tied for first with Peter Nyman, so he needs to lay down a good freestyle run and try to take the lead if he wants to get another overall event championship win. Brandon Arthur's lining up Morgan and Morgan backflip. And just like Peter Nyman, he's going to get the consecutive. Brandon Arthur just needs to try to burn it down here. He's going on less than a minute. He's got 30 seconds left. He just needs to burn it down. Try and take that lead away from Peter Nyman. And that's going to get in the run for Brandon Arthur and Earthshaker. Your score for Brandon Arthur and Earthshaker is going to be an 8.781. And that's going to get up for second place. Your leaders are going to remain to be Peter Nyman and Earthshaker. Next up, representing a 12,000-pound unicorn with a bold attitude, this is Chelsea Vancleave in Sparkle Smash. Big launch ramming right into Zombie and Monster Mutt Dalmatian. It's like Chelsea's lining up for Morgan and Morgan backflip time. Perfect and clean. Seconds are left here for Chelsea Vancleave. Big jump there and crash, and that's going to be the end of the run for Chelsea Vancleave in Sparkle Smash. Your score for Chelsea Vancleave in Sparkle Smash is going to be 8.410. Going to be getting up for 5th place. And your leaders are going to remain to be Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. Coming out last, representing the black and green wrecking machine, this is Charlie Pauken in Grave Digger. Charlie's lining up for a Morgan and Morgan backflip. And he gets a consecutive as well. And he's gonna put her in reverse and do that over and go in reverse over the obstacle. Wow. 30 seconds are left here for Charlie Pauken. Ladies and gentlemen, flip the truck over on its lid, and that's going to be down the run for Charlie Pauken and Gravedigger. Your score for Charlie Pauken and Gravedigger is going to be 8.943. It's going to get up for second place, which means your freestyle competition winner is going to be none other than Peter Nyman and Toro Loco. Awesome job for Peter Nyman on winning this freestyle competition. We were talking about the track side earlier. This Toro Loco truck is just a beast in that freestyle competition. And lots of drivers who have driven that truck this year have won a freestyle competition in it. Whether it be Chelsea Vancleave, Armando Castro, MJ Solo Rio, Blake Granger, so many drivers have gotten freestyle wins in that truck on this international tour. Peter, he's one of the drivers who's driven this truck quite a few times, has yet to get a win in that competition, and now he finally got it. So awesome job for Peter Nyman. Definitely close out there in freestyle for the win. Michael Byers Jr., Charlie Pauken, Brandon Arthur laid down good runs. And he's also got to give props to Geneva Keller. That was an absolute awesome run from her in only her second stadium show and her only fifth Monster Jam event. But at the end of the day, it's going to be Peter Nyman. Walking with the win is really close, but Peter Nyman barely edges him out. He's down Morgan back with 8 consecutive. Had a clean run the entire time, going from hit to hit. Just going full send on every single jump. Using all of his time to his best advantage. There's not a dead moment in that run. He had a donut, just big air. He hit all the obstacles, and he filled the criteria to come out here and win freestyle. So it's an awesome job for Peter Nyman. We're super happy for him that he was able to win a freestyle competition, and he's going to take home the last 8 points towards this afternoon's BKT Overall Event Championship. So Cardiff, get it on and make some noise one last time for your freestyle competition winner, Peter Nyman and Toro Loco. Monster Jam fans, your BKT Overall Event Championship winner has been determined after getting a total of 7 points in the JCB Racing competition, 8 points in the Skills Challenge, and 8 points in the freestyle competition for a total of 23 points, 1 point shy of a clean sweep. Your BKT Overall Event Championship winner is going to be none other than Peter Nyman and Toro Loco. Nice job for Peter Nyman coming out here winning the Overall Event Championship. Man, this is first time he's won an Overall Event Championship here in Monster Jam in quite some time. Yes, Peter really went out here and had a great event this afternoon. I mean, he really clean sweeped it. He was 1 point shy from a clean sweep as he ended up losing final round in racing, won. Then he went out there and he won skills and freestyle. Events like that are guaranteed to win the overall event championship each and every single time. And Peter is the most consistent out of everyone here today, and he was able to come out here with the overall event championship win. Super happy for him. First overall he's gotten in quite some time, and he definitely deserves it here. It's definitely not easy coming out to beat him against guys like Charlie Pauken, Colt Stevens, Michael Byers Jr., Brandon Arthur. It is Chelsea Vancleave, Joe Dennis, Geneva Keller. It is not easy. All these drivers are so good, but at the end of the day, it's going to be Peter Nyman walking away with the overall with this much-deserved overall win. He was here back in January driving the Crazy Bull, and he had a pretty good show. But now he came back over 4.5 months later, and he's walking out with that overall event championship trophy. So awesome job for Peter Nyman, and we're representing 25 years of Toro Loco. So it's even more of a special win for him, and he gets the opportunity to represent 25 years of this truck.
And just, not much else to say, but great event from Peter Nyman. He stepped up his game. He's been improving a lot. And we're so happy he's able to come out with this overall event championship win. So, all you fans here in Cardiff, get loud and make some noise one last time for your BKT overall event championship winner, Peter Nyman and El Toro Loco. Monster Jam fans, let's go and take a look here at the results from this morning's from this afternoon's Monster Jam event. Here's a look at the results from the JCB Racing Competition, BKT Overall Event Championship, Skills Challenge, and Freestyle Competition. Currently right now in the series standings, remaining in first place will be Team Gravedigger with 704 points. Second place will be Team Megalodon with 622 points. Third place will be Team El Toro Loco with 578 points. Fourth place will be Team Thor with a total of 520 points. Fifth place will be Team The Amazing Spider-Man with 510 points. Sixth place will be Team Black Panther with a total of 502 points. Seventh place will be Team Iron Man with 270 points. Eighth place will be Team JCB Digatron with 253 points. Ninth place will be Team Max D with 248 points. 10th place will be Team Son of a Digger with a total of 82 points. 11th place will be Team Sparkle Smash with 79 points. 12th place will be Team Earthshaker, 54 points. 13th place will be Team Zombie with 41 points. 14th place will be Team Monster Dalmatian with 20 points. 15th place will be Team ThunderROARus with 17 points. 16th place will be Team Raminator with 7 points. And then in 18th place will be Team Ramdemption with only 3 points. So looking at these international points, I'm pretty positive this is going to practically be the year finishing points. I don't think hardly anything can change with only one event left. The only thing we could really see change is Chelsea, Vancleave, and Sparkle Smash. And Team Sparkle Smash has the opportunity to right now go from 11th to 10th. So Sparkle Smash has the opportunity to finish in the top 10. They just need to get 4 or more points in the next event in order for that to happen. So it is almost guaranteed for Chelsea Vancleave. It looks like, based on how racing went today, she has to race in the second race of round 1. So if she can just, worst case scenario, if she just loses the first race of round, or the second race of round 1, the next event, and finishes in the bottom 2 spots in the other 2 competitions, then it is practically guaranteed that Sparkle Smash will still get them. Even if she got that 4 points, she'll still end up in that spot for 10th place on the tour. So just as long as Sparkle Smash can compete in all 3 competitions in the next event, she's definitely got a shot at getting 10th place. And then the only other things we could possibly still see change is we could still see Team Zombie go and try to take down Brandon Arthur and try to pass him in points. As that could happen, only 13 points behind. So Joe Dennis is going to need to lock in the next event to try to pass Brandon Arthur and Earthshaker. And then the last thing we also could see a switch swap. Monster Dalmatian with Colt Stevens could also still try to pass Zombie as well. And he's only 21 points behind those, so that's going to be a really big and hard gap to close. But if Colt Stevens can clean sweep the event and hope that Joe Dennis really fumbles, it is still definitely possible for Monster Dalmatian to get into 13th place. And then ThunderROARus, she just needs, Geneva Keller just needs to lock in and try to have a better event than Colt Stevens, and she could pass him in points. But, just a lot of stuff at the bottom of the points could still change. So be sure to stay tuned for that, and be sure to watch the event, the next event, as soon as it comes out. So that way you guys do not miss out on what happens in the point standings. You don't miss out on any of the action from the finale of the 2025 to 2026 International Tour. Speaking of which, this tour's next stop will be on Saturday, June 13th in Gelsenkirchen, Germany, as we'll be heading back to Germany to wrap up this international tour. It's been a long ride with this tour. This tour started on August 9th of 2025, and we are now almost already at the end. It's gone by so fast. It's been a long tour with so many events. One of the longest tours we've ever done. We've been all over the world. And we'll be heading back to Germany, as Germany was the country where we started it at for the 2026 portion of the tour back on January 1st. So we'll be getting to head back to Germany once again here for the final stop on the tour. So that'll be very fun and very exciting. And we cannot wait for that event. That's going to be a very fun show, as all 8 of these, as the lineup for that show is going to remain the same as what we saw here today in Cardiff, with Charlie Pauken, Gravedigger, Michael Vaters Jr., Megalodon, Nyman, Toro, Loco, Chelsea Vancleave, Sparkle, Smash, Joe Dennis, Zombie, Brandon Arthur, Earthshaker, Geneva, Keller, ThunderROARus, Colt Stevens, Monster, Dalmatian. It's going to be exactly the same, and it's going to be a very fun event. We can't wait to watch everybody throw it down and go big one last time for all of you international fans. It's going to be a fun show, and I would not want to miss out on it. And we're going to be crowning the points champion. And this tour will be having the next 2 weeks off. And in 3 weeks, we'll be back for more international stuff on June 13th. We cannot wait. Everybody be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that notification bell so you guys can be notified for when the next stop here on the from the final stop on the 2025 to 2026 International Tour comes out. And I hope you all have a God bless day. And that was Monster Jam. Thank you, Gelsenkirchen, and thank you, Cardiff, for another great event here this year. Here in Principality Stadium, we had 2 awesome events here this year. One in January and one in May. I hope all you Monster Jam fans had a blast at these events. And we can't wait to return to Principality Stadium as soon as possible. And I just hope all you Monster Jam fans had a blast at this afternoon's event. And we hope you all have a great rest of your afternoon and a safe drive home. And we'll see you all soon at our next Monster Jam.